Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the middle of May. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So Instagram, YouTube, anywhere. I will not send you a message anywhere. And so do keep that in mind. Please do not get scams. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Capricorn. Now, you know the drill. The only way this channel continues growing is if you hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help with the growth of the channel, but more importantly, hitting the like button does ensure that people who may need to hear these messages have an opportunity to see the video. So please do consider doing that. All right, let's go ahead and get all the cards out here. I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, as well as the Kipper deck. There are links to both of these decks in the description below. I'm going to take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. Make sure we're all in view here. And then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Magician. So love to see this energy here for you on the bottom. The Magician is really one of these cards that's associated with the law of attraction. You can see that there is a sort of ritual going on here. You can see the candle in their hand, putting the candle up to the sky, up to the universe. You can see that all of the tools here are on the table. Each one of these tools represents a suit or an element in the tarot. And so really what this says is that you have access to everything that you need. And more importantly, the tools are not just on the table, but they're within them. The tools are within the Magician. And the thing is, the Magician's issue is that they need to make sure that they act. The problem for the Magician is not skill. It's not ability. They have a whole bunch of that. The problem is taking that skill and ability and actually acting on it and making something for themselves, manifesting something for themselves. It is also associated with the planet Mercury. It is just a good, friendly reminder here that we are in a Mercury retrograde. Nothing to get concerned about, but you know, the thing is, mishaps in communication are a little bit easier during these times. It's always a good time to slow down and maybe think before you hit send on that email, or you know, before you make that purchase, to maybe just double check in with yourself and ask yourself if you actually need that item or whatever it is that you're purchasing. So just something to consider. Now, in the overall situation here, you do have the Ace of Swords. So this is an incredibly good card, and I really like the opening 2 cards here with the Magician and the Ace of Swords. Like I said, Magician being associated with Mercury, Mercury being communication, and Swords being the suit of communication. There is something relating to the way that you are communicating at this time, Capricorn, for sure. And so the thing is, you could have breakthroughs in communication. You could have breakthroughs in these areas here in life. You can see the sort of energy here behind the hand, behind the sword, indicating bang, like I finally know exactly what I need to say or what I need to do, type of energy. When you get the Ace of Swords, it can also bring about a victory that leads to a new beginning. Aces can always represent new beginnings, new situations in life, and they really are a good sign generally in the tarot. And so breakthroughs in communication, but I also think there could be a breakthrough on an idea or a thought that you have here at this time as well. And it may take a little bit of time to develop, but with the Magician and the Ace of Swords, there certainly could be some type of motivation to manifest something in your life at this time. In the problem position, you have the Seven of Cups rather. So here's the thing: there are a lot of situations happening in your life. Okay, there are a lot of different options, a lot of different paths, a lot of different roads that you can go down at this time with the Seven of Cups in the problem position. And the thing is, as this is showing up as a problem, you could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the many choices at hand. This can also be scattered energy that is scattered in the problem position. And so the thing is, this Ace of Swords is like the opposite of scattered energy. It's like a focused intention and like an absolute, I'll say, knowing where you need to go after a breakthrough. And so some of you here, the issue is not the idea. The issue is not generating the ideas. The issue is picking the right one for you, right? And so some of you here slowing down, making sure that you pick a path that is in alignment with you. Now, in the past, you have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a very good card of foundations and achievements in a non-love situation, which I was not getting a whole lot of love here. Let me see. I'm not getting a whole lot of love, but you know, the Four of Wands it is a card of marriage. You can see the family here in a ceremony. And so yes, so this is a card of marriage, but this is also a card of a new start in life, because reason being is when you go from, for example, like being engaged to being married is a new start in life, right? And so whether or not you're actually concerned about relationships in this reading, you are getting a new start here with the Ace of Swords in the middle, manifesting on the bottom with the Magician, and now this Four of Wands in the past. In the future, you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is really an amazing energy to find. This is the classic entrepreneur in the tarot. This is somebody who prefers to be in business for themselves. They don't always have to be. If they are not in business for themselves, they love what they do. Okay, the King of Wands is married to their career. Speak about marriage, talking about marriage here. Speaking of marriage, with the Four of Wands in the past and the King of Wands in the future, this person's like typically married to their career, or like they put everything that they have, every drop of energy that they have into their work. And so it's almost like I see some of you here throwing yourself into something. And I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I think this is something that you really want to align your energy towards. And to get the King of Wands in the future position here is a very good sign that could be good for you, because not only is the King of Wands like somebody who does what they love for their career and in their life, but they're also considered to be like the star of the show, right? Like they are only in jobs because they want to be, and that's because if they don't like the job that they're at, they're talented enough and desirable enough, sought after enough to just go get another one somewhere else. And so it's like, for some of you here, it's like you're playing to your strengths and you're getting a new start in these areas, I feel, for sure. And this is coming after maybe a period of severe manifestation, and I say that in a good way. Like serious is probably the better way of saying that. Serious manifestation here with the Magician, manifesting your best life, manifesting what your best career life is what I should say for you, and a really like heart-centered or soul-centered career path for yourself. Now, on your thoughts, on your conscious awareness, or on your mind, you do have this Page of Pentacles. You have an offer in your back pocket here. The Page of Pentacles is, a card that can really just plainly say that your prospects in life are looking good. And it says that, I think in this case, you have a ton of prospects here with the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands. In this case, we're talking about a new start, and then you have the Seven of Cups. Even though it's in the problem position, it doesn't matter for me at this point, because for me, in any position, if I get the Seven of Cups with a page, to me it suggests that there are a lot of options on the table. And it may mean that like there are a lot of options on the table for sure, now that I see this page here on your mind. And that's not the optionality is not the problem. The problem is you picking the right option and maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed about the options, okay? And so I get the sense that this is a good problem to have for you at this time, Capricorn. Now, in the lower row, in the subconscious or the hidden, what you can't see, you have this Five of Wands. The thing is, this is similar to, I'm using a different deck, but this is similar to the Virgo card. If you have Virgo in your chart, or the Virgo reading, if you have Virgo in your chart, I would definitely check that out. The harsh reality is that there is competition around you. I see you outlasting the competition here because of the staff, which is very good. And yes, so the Five of Wands represents competition and conflict. The thing is, if you are somebody who's looking, you're firing off applications to jobs or opportunities, or starting something, like even if you're starting a new business, there's always going to be competition. There's always going to be another person trying to get that job, or there's always going to be somebody else who, works in your same, field. Or has a similar business to what you're trying to start. And so I think some of you are just going to be recognizing that at this time. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, bingo, bango, you have the Sun. So the Sun is an incredibly good card. This is the best card to find in a tarot reading. This is total happiness. Look at this person on the card. They are living it. They are living their best life here, okay? The sun behind them is shining. There are sunflowers all around them. They're on their horse. They're charging forward in victory and success and happiness. This is a card of power as well. Remember, the planets revolve around the sun, right? And so think about all of that power wrapped up into one tarot card. Sun is also a card of truth. Anything that is not true in your life will be exposed. Again, I think what's very important here with the Sun is maybe allowing yourself to pick the true cup for you. Remember, because the issue in this reading is not optionality. The issue in this reading is picking the right option. Like, you have a ton of options, but it's picking the right option. And so following the truth as you make this decision. In the external influence, you have the Four of Swords. Are you stressing yourself out a little bit? Do you need to rest? Do you need to meditate? Do you need to do something to regulate your energy, to take care of your energy at this time? Because the Four of Swords, you can see they're praying, they're sleeping, and they're resting, and they're recovering. They're also just getting themselves ready for the next leg of the journey or the battle. And so I would definitely feel like this is potentially going to be on the plate for some of you here. In the hopes and fears, you have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. This is about overcoming this is about overcoming an internal obstacle in your life, having courage and having willpower. You actually have two messages here around willpower, with the Magician on the bottom here and the Strength card now coming in the hopes and fears. Are you worried that you're not strong enough is the question. Again, I think for some of you here, connecting with what is true and what is like a story in your mind, connect with what is true here with this Sun card and the Strength card, and just realize that you're probably a lot stronger than you're giving yourself credit for based on the cards in this reading. In the outcome, you do have the King of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who's level-headed. In the face of as the tide is coming in, right? The tide is coming to shore. They are calm, cool, and collected. They are not concerned. They are not worried about being swept away, cast away to sea. They are having a calm mindset. This is a card that indicates emotional mastery over your life. And so I do really think this is also somebody who's heart-centered. They make their decisions from their heart instead of from their head, from logic. For them, it's about connecting with the heart space. And so for you, again, I feel like what is true, what is a story, what is true, what is fiction in your life. And then also with this issue around choices, make sure that the choice is heart aligned. Make sure that the choice is with you, with your heart, and make sure the choice is something that you truly feel is best for you. And don't be concerned about the competition here. Competition is just a part of life. You'll literally find it in every area of life. There will always be competition. And so, yeah, just something that's coming in here for you. Let's go ahead and take these 3 tarot cards to clarify. Okay, so you have the Justice card, you have the 10 of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. So this is for sure your energy here. What do we have? 3 kings. Yeah, three King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Pentacles here. Remember, I don't attach gender to my cards, so you can take on the aspects of any of these cards. The thing is, I think this is your energy here with the King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles is also somebody who works very hard, and you have, I bring that meaning in because you also have it here paired with this Ten of Wands, which is a card of hard work. As you can see that they're like taking all of these wands, struggling to hold them and carrying them uphill. And so this is a major combination of putting in the work, putting in the energy and effort. And then you have this Justice card, which is the card of Libra, but it's really a card of karma. I think some of you have good karma around you at this time as you make this choice. And the thing is, allow whatever needs to happen. As long as you are, making soul-centered, heart-centered choices, this Justice card is very good. Is very good for you. In the Kipper deck, you do have the Mature Woman, the False Person, and the Wealthy Man card. So some of you there could just be, I get the sense that there's somebody else's energy here that's extremely competitive, which does not surprise me because we have 3 kings plus this 5 of wands in the lower row. I would just be careful about, I would definitely not engage in gossip at this time with the False Person energy, the 3 kings, and the 5 of wands. So that's just something that's coming in. But then you have this Mature Woman and this Wealthy Man energy here. Could be either one of these energies, feminine or masculine in your life. It could be either one, probably a masculine because you have 3 kings and the Wealthy Man. But overall, I think some of you here are recognizing that potentially the more mature choice for you to make, because remember, this is about choice here with the 7 of Cups in the problem position. The more mature choice for you to make is one that is heart-centered and heart-aligned. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.